guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video has been a requested one. Back in December, sorry I am so out of breath, I've just had to run up and down the stairs. I've got my tea though. Back in December I got a lovely Mulberry agenda for my birthday, and a few of you had asked through my Instagram if I could share the diary, kind of what it looks like and everything, but unbeknownst to me that I didn't know I was getting it. Obviously I'd put it on my wish list, never thought I'd get it. Ordered myself the Norris positivity planner, which is this one, and yeah, so I've ended up with two kind of planners and diaries, but actually they work together really nicely, and I've been using them a few days now and I feel like I'm fairly organised. It does not come naturally to me. I am not someone that is naturally organised. I'm not one of these that has to be organised. I mean, I get to a point where I feel quite stressed and overwhelmed, and I do like things in a certain order, but you know, I'm notoriously 5 to 10 minutes late for everything. I'll be that person that will send the birthday card a day late, that kind of thing. So I kind of come to the assumption that I'm more of a procrastinator than being disorganised, if that makes sense. So I figured if I have something where I can write things down, see it in front of me, check daily, that then it will make me not want to procrastinate, because actually it's quite satisfying to kind of physically tick something. I know I've got an iPhone and I've got an iPad and you can have various, you know, organisational things on there, but for me, I'm quite old school. As much as I love technology and, you know, I'm a sucker for my phone, I quite like writing stuff down on pen and paper and physically ticking it off. It's something quite satisfying about it. So I'm going to share with you what the planners look like and how I'm using them, and how hopefully I can get my shizzle together for 2019. I think like a lot of mums, we are all striving to be more organised, especially when you've got multiple children, various ages. I'm a mum of 3 if you are new here. I have a 7-year-old daughter called Elise, who will be 8 in July. I have a 4-year-old son, Charlie, who will be 5 the end of... oh my god, I forgot his birthday. This is why I need a calendar. He'll be 5 the end of April, and I have Olivia, who is 11 months, who will be 1 at the end of January. So, you know, I've got various birthday parties, or the older 2 are at school, and you know, there's always someone's birthday, isn't there, at school? Every weekend there's a birthday party, or a school fair, or a picnic, or whatever. So, you know, I need to be organised. So I'm going to share with you how I'm trying to achieve that. First of all, I'm going to share my beautiful Mulberry agenda. Now, I appreciate that this is very expensive. You can get any sort of agenda. I used to have a Filofax years ago, but I actually lost it. This is how disorganised I am. I lost a diary. I mean, who does that? I kind of figured that if I had something of this value, that I would guard it with my life. And I'm very much somebody that if I pay a lot of money for something, I want to get the use out of it. I don't like wasting money in that respect. So I figured if I had something that cost a bit, that it would make me want to use it, because I wouldn't want to just waste the money and it sit there. So my husband very kindly surprised me with it for my birthday. It is the Postman's Lock agenda. They do a smaller size, but this is it's wider than a Filofax personal, but it's shorter, so you can't use the Filofax inserts. You have to buy the Mulberry inserts, which I think are about £18 each year. Sorry, I'm really like breathy today. This is the Ox Blood, I believe. I think they do it in a oak tan colour, or that colour's kind of being faded out now, and they do it in a black, and I think there's like a purple or a pink or something, but I'm really pleased that he chose this colour. It is just the loveliest leather. It's kind of got this grain textured. I got the purse as well for, well, he gave it to me early and I can't quite work out whether it was Christmas or birthday, but anyway, he was very generous with these gifts this year. We don't normally do presents, and this year we've been in a position where we could do presents, so I've been very lucky. So when you open it up, there is a space for a pen. This is just a pen I got from Paperchase, and this is how the agenda does up. I won't go too much into the agenda itself, I'll do a separate video on that, but basically in here, this is where I just use my personal stuff. I do write a little bit of the kids' things in there as well, like if I'm out and I need to write down one of their appointments, but it's basically got space for personal notes, so I can write to-do lists on there. It's got all your, you know, your standard worldwide calendar. There's a year in view calendar, so what I'm going to do is mark off when the kids are on school holidays, like highlight it so I've got you know, that there to hand. And then I'm trying to show a page that isn't got writing on, but it's a week in view, so each week is like a column, and if you can see the times by the hour, I don't know if the light's picking that up, the times by the hour are already written on there, so I can write down all my appointments or the kids clubs, that sort of thing. And then when you are done with that section, you can just tear off the little corner, which I think is quite nice, so you don't need a bookmark. And then there is like an address book at the back, so you know, I can keep all the school details, doctors, all that sort of stuff. And then I keep all like my personal details in there as well. So yeah, with this planner, it's just like a quick reference. It's something that I can carry with me. I've got email, you know, addresses, banking details, all that kind of stuff in one place. So yeah, it's more of like a personal diary. And then this one, which is the Emily Norris, if you don't follow her on YouTube, I mean, where have you been? Or follow her on Instagram, but she's a fellow mum of 3, and she's like the most organised woman I've ever watched, known. And I'm just in awe of her. And she's got 3 children, similar ages to mine, and she has created this positivity planner, which it's actually very different than what I thought it was going to be, but in a good way. It's exactly what I need. So she's done a section on goal setting hacks. So I've set myself some personal goals for like my blog, YouTube, going back to work, or trying to make this more of a job. I mean, I call it a hobby that pays. I don't feel like I'm at that point where I can call it my job. So yeah, I've set myself some goals, and then all about meal planning, because again, that is something that I have not been doing very much of recently. Tips on decluttering your house, which I've already been doing. I've been decluttering the clothes. We are trying to save to move, or possibly be moving in the near future, so you know, I don't need to be dragging stuff that we don't need, so I'm selling a lot of stuff. And then there's this amazing page which I tend to forget, a page for birthdays. I'm going to show it because it's got personal details on, but there's a page for birthdays and anniversaries. And then I'm going to get to a page which hasn't got any writing on. Each week is like this, so this is February, so it's got a space for name or planning, so you could do like, I don't know, your blog, or you know, what, like YouTube, and what days you're going to be doing this. But for me, I write each of the family members down the column, and then they've all got their own column, so I know when Elise has got, I don't know, bring a cardboard box to school day, because they're like model making, junk making, or whatever they call it. And you know, Charlie's got rugby, Elise has got a dance rehearsal for her upcoming show, that sort of thing. And then there's important tasks section. Sorry, the light's really bad, I don't know if it's picking it up. Oh yeah, so it's got important tasks section, so if I know there's something that I really need to do this week, or even for the following week, like buy somebody a birthday present. And then space for gratitude. So I'm terrible for appreciating the good in a day. I can let you know, I'll be honest, like a lot of us, I can let a bad few moments overtake the day, and I'll be like, oh, it's such a stressful day, oh, it was so rubbish. Whereas actually, you know, there was some good in that day, or there was some good in that week. So I'm you know, each week I'm going to remember to write something down in that bit. I'm just trying to focus on it. And then there's just a little space for notes as well. Is it going to focus on it? Yeah, there we go. So I absolutely love that. And then at the back, she's created like a bucket list So you can write down things you want to do, like as a family or personal bucket list. There is sections for planning birthday parties, a list of rainy day activities. Like, it is just absolutely brilliant. And she's even added in her own ones. So for like November, she's put the elf on the shelf may come to visit. So you can remember to get it out, because this past year I actually lost the elf. And I was that mum the night before in Tesco trying to buy a new elf. So yeah, hopefully this year going to be a bit more organised. Yeah, I absolutely love these two planners together. I mean, you could easily just use one on its own. I mean, with the agenda, there is certainly space where you can meal plan, you can write down all your goals, which I have been doing in here, and you know, vice versa, you could absolutely just use this or create your own kind of planner, but this is what I'm using for me. And I have a big family calendar as well, but I feel like this is more of like a calendar I can take on the go, if you know what I mean, because obviously you don't want to be carrying around a huge calendar. And then that way, when I'm booking appointments and stuff, I can, you know whether Rich will be around to have the kids, or whether Rich is working away with work or something like that. So it's just, I love that I can have the whole week in front of me, like this. And then, you know, I'd have all our names there, and then everything would be written across there of what everyone is doing, and I absolutely love it. And we are, what, the 5th of January now, and I'm pretty on top of everything. I would love to know how you are planning on keeping organised this year, if you've got any tips for me. I'm also going to be writing down in my agenda like a cleaning routine. I used to have one that I would follow, and Emily has done that in her planner as well. It's just so that I, you know, what works for me, because obviously what works for one family isn't going to work for another one, and I like to have set days where, you know, I'll do the kids' bedrooms, or I do our bedroom, or the downstairs, you know, that kind of thing. Aside from the daily tasks we have to do, it just helps you keep on top of, you know, all the stuff you don't really want to be doing. But I find, for me personally, when I don't sit on top of those kinds of tasks, then it just all gets on top, and then that makes me feel stressed, which makes my anxiety worse. So I'm kind of slowly realising that the more organised I am, and it is a bit of an effort on my part that I've got to do because it doesn't come naturally to me, I am less stressed. So yeah, who knew being organised was so good for your health. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, let me know how you are planning on staying organised this year, if there's anything you think I should try. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will leave a link to Emily's channel, and she's done a whole video on her planner, and also I will leave a link to where you can get the Mulberry agenda if that's something that you would like to consider buying. But thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel and you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean the absolute world. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!